Hi, this is Mato. In this video, I will show the game between Peter Svidler and Magnus Carlsen. This is the game from round 6 of Candidates Tournament that was played in London in 2013. Peter Svidler had white pieces and he started with e4. Carlsen played e5. Knight to f3, attacking the pawn on e5, defending, and bishop to b5, Spanish opening or Ruy Lopez. a6, bishop to a4, knight to f6, Svidler castled kingside, bishop to e7, d3, and Carlsen played b5. d6 is alternative move, defending e5 pawn. We have b5, bishop to b3, d6, a4. c3 is another very popular move in this position. We have a4. And what now? Quite often black develops a light square bishop. So bishop to b7 is sometimes played, sometimes bishop to d7, and sometimes bishop to g4. Carlsen played b4. Knight from b to d2. Carlsen castled kingside, and now a5. Let's take it back. Rook to e1. This is the move which Carlsen played against Svidler in a rapid tournament in 2009, and Carlsen won that game as white. Here Svidler played a5, bishop to e6, opposing light square bishop on b3, and now knight to c4. Bishop takes bishop, doesn't give white an advantage, so we have knight to c4, rook to b8, c3, pawn takes pawn, pawn takes pawn, h6. Is bishop to g4 better? In 2007, in the game Grishuk against Bakrot, Bakrot played bishop to g4 and lost the game. It's not just because of that move, but he lost the game. Here we have h6, preventing bishop to g5, or maybe knight to g5, attacking right squared bishop on e6. Rook to e1, queen to c8. What is the purpose of this move? What do you think is the purpose of this move? Carlsen is making the room for rook to come to d8, to support d5 pawn push, liberating black's game. Bishop to c2, rook to d8, queen to e2, bishop to f8, knight to e3, and now d5. Pawn takes pawn, knight takes on d5, knight takes knight, rook takes on d5. Svidler played h3, preventing light squared bishop from coming to g4. It is black to move. Pawn on a5 is attacked twice, but it's not good to win the pawn, is it? Because if rook takes, knight takes, the pawn on e5. So we have bishop to f5, preventing white queen from coming to e4. For example, if bishop to d6 is played, then queen to e4, maybe d4, and then queen to h7 check, something like that. So bishop to a5, rook to d1, queen to e6, bishop to b1, queen to d7, pressure is on the pawn on d3, bishop to e3, e4, pawn on d3 is pinned. If pawn takes pawn, rook takes rook, and black is winning. So Svidler played knight to d4, attacking the bishop on f5. Knight takes knight. Bishop takes knight. It is black to move, and Carlsen captured the pawn on d3. Bishop takes pawn on h3. After the game, journalists asked Carlsen if he considered bishop takes on h3, and he said no. He even didn't look at it. What happens if pawn takes bishop? Then queen takes on h3, and white is lost. Rook may be coming to g5, bishop may be coming to d6. For example, with bishop to e3, then perhaps bishop to d6 is winning. What about in this position if f4 is played? Pawn takes pawn, queen to h2, check, king to h1, queen takes queen, king takes queen, rook to b2 check, and black would be winning. Never mind. In the game we have pawn takes pawn on d3, bishop takes on d3, bishop takes bishop, rook takes bishop. How would you continue now if you had black pieces? c5. Pretty good move by Carlsen. Bishop to e5. Rook takes rook. Bishop takes rook. c4. Black is controlling open d file and has some space advantage and control of the center. Bishop to e5, planning bishop to d4. Bishop to c5. Rook to b1. Queen to d5, defending the pawn on c4 and controlling e4 square. Check. King to h7, and Svidler played queen to h5. Perhaps rook to e8 may be better move. Queen to h5 was played, and black must be very careful. For example, if f6, which is not something that Carlsen would play, but just to show you what is going on, then check, and after g6, rook to h8, and after king takes rook, check, king to h7, checkmate. And I will show you another variation after queen to h5. If rook to d2 with the idea to attack the pawn on f2. Okay, so if rook to d2, then white would be winning brilliantly. Check. And after king takes rook, check. Pawn is pinned. After king to g8, queen takes pawn, checkmate. So in this position, Carlsen played queen to e4, so rook sacrifice doesn't work now. For example, if rook to h8 now, then king takes rook, and after check, queen blocks, and black is winning. Okay, so in this position we have rook to b2, stopping black from playing rook to d2. But now rook to d5, pinning the bishop. Rook to e2, attacking the queen and defending the bishop. It is black to move. What would you play in this position if you had black pieces? If you wish, you can pause this video and you can try to find the best move for black. Are you ready? This is what Carlsen played. Queen to b1 check, king to h2. Black made a move and white resigned. What is the move? f6. Svidler resigned. He can't move the bishop. If, for example, queen to h4 unpinning, black can take immediately the bishop. But maybe he can also play queen to d3, attacking the rook. And after, say, queen to g4, then rook takes on e5. And we can stop here. So this is the position in which Svidler resigned. By winning in round 6, Aronian and Carlsen increased their lead in FIDE candidates tournament to 1.5 points. And that is all. I hope that you enjoyed watching this video. I wish you good luck with your chess, and bye for now.